will shoot you! Get your fucking hands out of your pocket! I will shoot you!
Decatur, Illinois, on March 18, 2024, at approximately 3:50 p.m. Decatur police officers stopped 3 individuals near 600 West Grand after recognizing one who resembled a suspect in an earlier armed robbery.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I will shoot you! I will shoot you! Shot fired! Shot fired!
That suspect, 38-year-old Rocky Dupant, had been caught on surveillance video stealing a glass pipe valued at about $5 from the Decatur discount store. Officers confirmed his identity based on the clothing he wore during the robbery.
Chest area, underneath both of his hands, I think.
He had it pulled out completely though, so.
I see it.
As officers attempted to make contact, Dupant ignored commands and suddenly pulled a weapon from his coat. Believing it to be a real handgun, 2 officers fired their service weapons, striking him. Dupant was transported to Decatur Memorial Hospital, where he later died of his injuries. The firearm he displayed was later determined to be a BB gun, nearly identical in appearance to a .357 snub-nosed revolver, down to its brass-colored casings powered by CO2.
Shot fired! Shot fired!
All available units, please respond to 600 block 9.
Get on the ground! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Now! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I will shoot you! I will shoot you!
Immediately after the shooting, the 2 other individuals with Dupant fled the area. No officers were injured during the confrontation. The incident underscored the serious risks posed by replica firearms, which in high-pressure moments can be indistinguishable from real weapons and led to tragic consequences. Cincinnati, Ohio. On the morning of September 6, 2018, chaos erupted when 29-year-old Omar Perez opened fire inside the Fifth Third Bank headquarters near Fountain Square. Surveillance video showed Perez walking calmly through the building with a gun drawn, shooting indiscriminately at anyone in sight. A security officer was seen heroically helping a victim to safety just moments before Perez passed by. Cincinnati Police Chief Elliot Isaac said officers quickly moved in after hearing multiple gunshots, which allowed them to pinpoint the shooter's location inside the lobby.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
There are 2. He didn't hear him. He heard somebody. He didn't hear him. I'm gonna go
Okay.
4 officers engaged Perez, firing through the glass windows before entering the building. In total, 11 rounds were discharged, 8 from handguns, 2 from a shotgun, and 1 from a rifle. Body camera footage showed Perez collapsing after being struck, while officers rushed inside to secure the scene and aid victims. The attack left 3 people dead and 2 others injured, with dozens of frantic 911 calls pouring in as terrified workers hid throughout the building.
Suspect there. Inside the building, right here. Right there. Suspect got it. Make sure.
I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you. On your shoulder.
Another one.
Perez fired 35 rounds before his weapon jammed. Investigators later found about 200 additional rounds in his briefcase, raising fears he intended further violence. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Though he had no connection to the bank, Perez had a history of instability and prior lawsuits, but police have not determined a clear motive for the shooting. San Antonio, Texas. On September 4th, 2023, SAPD officers attempted to apprehend 27-year-old Jacob String, wanted on 4 robbery warrants. When he reached for a firearm after being tased, officers shot and killed him at the scene.
Let me see your fucking hands! Get on the fucking ground!
Stockton, California. The Stockton Police Department has released body camera and surveillance video of a deadly officer-involved shooting on February 22, 2022, that left 54-year-old Tracy Gaeta dead. The incident began at 2:08 p.m. when a gray vehicle struck a patrol car at Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard and I-5. The driver sped away, made a sudden U-turn on the on-ramp, and drove toward the officer's car, forcing him to pull over. The officer reported the vehicle's description before losing sight of it.
Sorry, 33 East Slope, westbound Charter. I lost visual. I don't know if you hit the freeway. If you're about to finish, dude. Yankee 45.
Soon after, city cameras captured the same car running a red light on Charter Way. A K-9 officer located the vehicle near Roberts Road and initiated a pursuit that ended on Rollerson Road. When the suspect stopped, she suddenly reversed, ramming the officer's patrol car and knocking him inside. The officer radioed that he was being rammed as the driver repeatedly backed into his vehicle.
Hands up! 19 is ramming me. He's ramming me.
Copy.
19 shot fire. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Fearing further assault, the officer fired multiple rounds as the car continued moving. The driver, later identified as Gaeta, was pulled from the vehicle after the shooting and given medical aid, but she died at the hospital. The officer, identified as K-9 Officer Kyle Rivera, suffered head and hand injuries during the encounter. Aurora, Colorado. On August 30th, 2025, at around 7:31 p.m., an Aurora police officer attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation. Instead of complying, the driver struck another car traveling eastbound on East 6th Avenue. The impact caused the vehicle to cross the median and collide with the second car moving westbound, resulting in a chaotic multi-vehicle crash.
Stay in the car! Don't move! Don't move! Stay in the, give me your hands. Show me your hands. Get your hands up, dude! Get your hands up right now! Get your hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get away from that motherfucking gun! Get on the ground now!
Get that shit. Nigga,
Get on the ground now!
get that shit. Get that shit. Get that shit.
After the collisions, the officer approached the suspect and issued commands. The man exited the car but refused to follow instructions, leading to a physical struggle. During the altercation, the officer noticed a firearm lying on the ground near the suspect. Though the man was not holding the weapon, he advanced aggressively toward the officer in a fighting stance, while the officer backed away, repeatedly giving commands.
Ready for this, huh? You ready for this, huh?
Get on the ground!
Ready for this.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get away from that motherfucking gun! Get on the ground now!
Get that shit. Nigga,
Get on the ground now!
get that shit. Get that shit. Get that shit.
I'll shoot you!
Get that shit. Get that shit. Get that shit. No, that's you. Get that shit. Officer, chill. Get that shit.
Get on the ground!
Get that shit.
Get on the ground!
Fearing for safety, the officer discharged his weapon, striking the suspect. Additional units quickly arrived to assist, providing first aid until paramedics took over, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Per protocol, the officer was placed on paid administrative leave, and the case remains under active investigation. October 16th, 2021. East Point, Georgia. The quiet suburb of East Point, just outside Atlanta, was about to see its illegal street racing scene blown wide open. Georgia State Police weren't having any of it. That night, a police helicopter hovered overhead, watching as a gold and white Camaro revved up and started doing donuts in a strip mall parking lot, showing off for the crowd. Carlos Merritt Jr. had no idea that while he was busy acting cool, police were already closing in.
Coming out right here, guys.
Button, neck button. They're splitting that gold one, still doing donuts though.
The signal was given, and officers swarmed the parking lot like a storm. The racers scattered like rats. But Carlos wasn't fast enough to escape. He was arrested for racing, reckless driving, and multiple traffic violations.
Get your hands up!
He was taken to East Point Jail before being handed over to Fulton County authorities. As for the rest of the gang, it's unclear how many others were caught, but it's safe to say this little street racing party ended before it even started. Thanks to Georgia State Police, the streets of East Point are a little quieter.
I'm right here, Prospect number 6.
Indianapolis, Indiana. On March 28, 2025, at 3:05 p.m., officers responded to a shooting on Riley Place. They found 48-year-old David Doty critically wounded outside and 48-year-old James McGuire dead inside the home. Witnesses identified the suspect as 50-year-old Michael Hendricks.
Hey, show me your hand! Get your hand out of your pocket! Get your fucking hand out of your pocket! Shots fired, suspect down! Please action! Show me your fucking hand! Oh, wait, show me your fucking hand!
A short time later, officers located Hendricks near Prospect Street and South Emerson Avenue. Ignoring commands, he pulled a gun and pointed it at Officer Teakin, who fired in response. Hendricks survived, later pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder, and was sentenced to 90 years. Racine, Wisconsin. Attorney William Sultan of Gingras, Thompson & Walks Lawyers has filed a federal lawsuit against Racine County and Deputy Edward Druitz, alleging excessive force used against DeAndre McCollum during an August 2018 encounter. On August 13, 2018, Deputy Druitt stopped a vehicle for an equipment violation near Main and 2nd Streets while patrolling with his K-9 partner, Friday. After the stop, Druitz observed a gold Oldsmobile Intrigue with illegally tinted windows, driven by McCollum, and attempted to initiate another stop. McCollum refused to pull over, sparking a pursuit on Main Street that reached 65 miles per hour before he crashed and fled on foot. The deputy's K-9 knocked him down, and when McCollum allegedly refused commands, he was tased. Authorities reported finding over 88 grams of marijuana, cash, and packaging materials inside his vehicle. The lawsuit now challenges the force used during McCollum's arrest. Cleveland, Ohio. On March 14, 2023, Cleveland police investigating Kia Hyundai thefts spotted a Kia Forte with no plates at Cedar Estates Apartments. 4 occupants fled, and the driver, 17-year-old Jarian Church, crashed the vehicle and fired at Detective Mark Barichuk, striking him in the arm and thigh.
50-round mag. On the f***ing ground right now! I know 70, I'm shot! I'm shot!
The injured detective was treated on scene and taken to Metro Health Medical Center. 2 assisting officers were involved in a minor crash and treated for injuries. 3 firearms were recovered, and Detective Barichuk has since been released and is recovering at home. On the afternoon of January 21st in Apple Valley, police responded to an urgent call about a domestic disturbance involving a suspect reportedly destroying property, shattering glass, and assaulting family members. When officers arrived, the scene resembled the aftermath of a violent outburst. Furniture overturned, glass scattered, and fear etched on the faces of those inside. As officers attempted to de-escalate the situation, the suspect, identified as Gaynor, suddenly drew a knife and charged directly at them. Confronted with an immediate and deadly threat, the officers were left with no choice but to use their firearms in self-defense. Gaynor was critically wounded and later died at the hospital despite emergency medical care. The incident has since sparked significant public concern, with many questioning whether the use of lethal force against a mentally ill teenager could have been avoided.
Hey, how's it going, sir? Good. Can you turn off the car for me, please? I need you to step out of the window. Yes, turn off the car.
On September 11th, 2024, New York State Police responded to a 911 call in Saratoga County and located 48-year-old James Delia, parked on State Route 9. As officers surrounded his vehicle, they repeatedly instructed Delia to exit, but he refused to comply. It was then that officers noticed he was armed with a firearm. The situation quickly escalated when Delia used the gun to smash the passenger side window of his car, then raised the weapon in a threatening manner. In response, Officer Brian Rudolph, fearing for his safety and the safety of others, fired 3 shots, striking Delia.
Sir, get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Hey, cut!
He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police recovered a long gun from the vehicle. The incident is under investigation to determine the full circumstances surrounding the officer-involved shooting and Delia's actions.
Take the gun out. Get away from him. Don't care if you put it on the ground.
Put your hands up!
Get out!
Put your hands up!
Get out of the car right now!
Put your hands up!
Get out of the car!
Is there a rifle in there?
Yeah, you got it. Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
There's a gun right on this passenger side. Someone break that window open.
December 2nd, 2021, Lufkin, Texas. Leland Randolph, a 37-year-old felon with 24 prior convictions for burglary, possession, and unlawful firearm possession, should have known better. For days, multiple agencies in Lufkin, Texas, had been building a case against Leland. Once they secured 3 new warrants, officers moved in to arrest him. But Leland had other plans. Cue the chase. He sped through Angelina County in a brief but intense pursuit. Despite the crash, Leland wasn't ready to give up. He was arrested and slapped with several charges, including unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, felony firearm possession, and possession of a controlled substance. But Leland wasn't alone. 2 women, January Powers and Alice Horton, were also arrested after the crash. They were caught helping Leland load items into a stolen pickup at a storage facility. Horton fled, but Powers was arrested on the scene. When officers searched the storage unit, they discovered a treasure trove, weapon magazines, a rifle, bullets, and liquid methamphetamine. This time, Leland got caught, and it looks like he won't be getting out anytime soon. one of 15 in Estonia, is usually a quiet place with just 28,000 residents. But on this day, things took a wild turn when a drunk driver led local police on a high-speed chase through the countryside. Waiting officers had the perfect plan: spike strips. With one well-timed throw, the strips hit the car's tires, forcing the suspect to pull over. Shortly after, his tires deflated like balloons, and the chase came to an end.
Stop! Stay. Yep, I got this lane here. Just stay here. Hold on. Don't get back in the car. Don't get back in the car. Don't get back in the car.
On the morning of Thursday, June 1st, 2023, at approximately 1:50 a.m., a Colorado State police officer spotted a vehicle traveling the wrong way, westbound in the eastbound lanes of Colorado Highway 470, heading toward EI-70.
Have a seat on that one. Have a seat on that one.
Can I get a cigarette, please?
You can have a cigarette. Have a seat on that.
That's all I have.
Put your hands behind your back.
I don't have a cell phone.
Put your hands behind your back.
Dude, I don't have a cell phone.
I don't care. Put your hands behind your back. I'm just detaining you right now.
I'm not
Put your hands.
After successfully stopping the vehicle, the officer approached, but the male driver suddenly exited and fled on foot.
What are you doing in your car? Stop. You're gonna get tased.
Dude, stop.
You're gonna get tased.
Dude, stop. I can't shoot it, bro.
You wanna tase the point? Get out of the car. Stop. Stop. Taser. Taser deployed. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
The suspect dashed toward an exit ramp, leaped over a concrete barrier, and ran onto eastbound Interstate 70. Tragically, before officers could catch up, he was struck and killed by a passing vehicle.
Get out of the road. Go.
On December 19th, 2023, Arkansas officers engaged in a high-priority pursuit of Mario Donnell Page, a fugitive wanted on multiple felony warrants across several states. The operation was coordinated in part with a Memphis-based drug task force, making the pursuit particularly urgent. Page had been evading authorities for some time, and his capture was deemed essential due to the seriousness of his charges. As the chase intensified, Page reached dangerously high speeds, topping 140 miles per hour, while the pursuing trooper pushed his vehicle to 130 miles per hour in an attempt to close the gap. The pursuit grew more perilous when Page veered onto a highway at the last second, nearly causing the trooper to miss the turn due to a partially obstructed roadway. With tensions mounting, the trooper prepared for a tactical vehicle intervention, but before it could be executed, Page suddenly slammed on the brakes.
For a truck, I didn't think it was going to stop. Got further ahead of me. About to get on eastbound.
This abrupt move triggered a violent collision, sending Page's vehicle careening down an embankment. The trooper, despite a minor collision with a nearby truck, managed to stay in control. Tragically, Page was ejected from his vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities believe he was not wearing a seatbelt, as his body was found several feet from the wreck.
I thought you were pointing up there.
Springfield, Illinois, on September 6, 2025, at around 6:45 p.m., Springfield police officers responded to the 2200 block of Yale Boulevard reports of a man assaulting a dog. Witnesses said the suspect, identified as 32-year-old Kashawn Rush, was striking and choking the animal in public. Rush, who was already on pretrial release for multiple aggravated battery and assault cases, was also accused of using the dog to intimidate others. When officers arrived, they found Rush lying in a yard with the dog. Despite repeated commands, he attempted to leave with the animal and then turned aggressively toward the officer, making threats.
I'm marked right now. I'm straight firing now. Look at here.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
You ain't going nowhere.
Okay, out with you, man.
2237. Hey, let go of the dog.
What?
Let go of the dog.
You better not put this on my dog.
You better. Hey, let her go. Let her go. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Watch out, nigga. That's my dog.
Hey, it don't matter. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
813 zero traffic.
Put your hand. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Brother, put your hands behind your back, please.
No, this is my dog. I just paid for it. Put your hands behind your back.
You need to put your hands behind your back.
No, none of that. Put your hands behind your back.
Yes, right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Very good, friend. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
The situation worsened when Rush attacked his girlfriend as she tried to remove the dog. Officers informed Rush he was under arrest, but he refused to comply. A second officer arrived, and Rush escalated the encounter by physically struggling, striking officers, and pulling equipment from their vests. Officers responded with OC spray and empty hand techniques to restrain him, while protecting the bystanders and the dog.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm gonna put my dad on my dog, nigga. I can pay for his dog.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Put your hands behind your back right now.
You ain't recording. Keep getting me where you are.
After several minutes of resistance, Rush was finally secured in handcuffs. Following protocol, medical aid was requested due to the use of OC spray, and Rush was transported to a hospital. He now faces multiple charges, including aggravated battery to a police officer, domestic battery, resisting arrest, and cruelty to animals. Thurston County, Washington. On March 6, 2024, around 8 a.m., deputies initiated a traffic stop off Rich Road Southeast. The passenger exited, while the driver, a 29-year-old man, gave a false name before fleeing. Deputies developed reasonable suspicion for DUI, and a pursuit was authorized. The suspect sped through Lacey, then veered onto the Chehalis Western Trail, reaching over 60 miles per hour. Citizens on the trail managed to avoid danger as deputies pursued with lights and sirens. The chase continued onto 26th Avenue Northeast, where a pit maneuver spun the truck into a mud field. The suspect reversed into a private driveway, striking an unoccupied travel trailer, before being pinned in by deputies.
50 miles an hour on the trail. Past mile marker 4.5 on the trail. It's going to be northbound over the trail, little ramp. We're going over the 89 parallel with them on clear tuning.
89 paralleling.
590 hit one of the cones in the middle of the trail to stop cars from driving. We're eastbound 26. 36 is going for pit. Good pit, good pit.
Eastbound 36, good pit.
TDI.
And TBI.
He's still going.
Despite being cornered, the driver remained combative, refusing to show his hands or surrender. With the truck still in gear and wheels spinning, deputies broke a window and deployed a taser, finally forcing him out. He was taken into custody, and drug paraphernalia was discovered inside the vehicle. During the pursuit, The suspect also caused a minor collision between two uninvolved motorists, though both appeared unharmed after evaluation.
5-9, he's in reverse. Hit a camber, goes in, gun blocked in. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hands up, hands up! Show me your hands! Open the door! Turn the keys! Yeah, I got his hands. I got his. He's trying to start it again. Pull open his door. Pull open his door. 5-9. He's not going anywhere. He's locked in, but he's trying to start it again. 5-9. Taser, taser, taser.
Further investigation revealed the suspect had an active warrant from Thurston Superior Court for attempting to elude, assault on law enforcement with a deadly weapon, and possession of a stolen vehicle. He now faces new charges, including DUI narcotics and another attempt to elude. The truck itself had a history of prior pursuits, most recently tied to another felon arrested with a firearm just the week before. On February 3rd, 2024, at about 2:46 a.m., TFC Matthews and MCO Sturtevant observed a gray Nissan GTR, GA tag P5188729, and a Dodge Charger racing southbound on GA 400 near Lenox Road. When a traffic stop was attempted, the Nissan accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit. It reached 168 miles per hour on GA 400 and I-85 South, weaving recklessly through traffic. A pit maneuver on the I-75/I-85 connector was aborted to avoid a bystander's vehicle.
Back to the interstate, we'll be coming out right here at the HOV ramp. Clear. HOV ramp at connector south. Atlanta, my car's giving up on me. My car's giving up on me. It's dying. He's coming up to Union City. Definitely don't let him get past the video.
The chase continued onto Interstate 285 West and back onto Interstate 85 South, with the Nissan reaching 175 miles per hour on the shoulder to bypass slower traffic. The trooper ended the pursuit due to a flat tire and relayed the vehicle info to Union City Police. The Nissan later struck a raised median on SR 138, disabling it, and 3 male occupants were seen nearby.
Hey, get your hands out of your pocket for me.
Union City Police detained the occupants until troopers arrived. Patrick Liu, the registered owner, admitted driving and showed alcohol impairment, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and alcohol odor. He refused a blood test. The vehicle, showing 2 VINs, was impounded, and Lee was taken to Clayton County Jail. September 18th, 2024. Fort Smith, Arkansas State Trooper. Matthew Price was cruising down North 6th Street when something caught his eye. A suspicious red truck speeding toward him. Little did he know, this wasn't just any truck. A red Dodge 3500 had been reported stolen earlier that day in Ozark. Trooper Price spun his car around and hit the lights, but the suspect, 31-year-old Tyler Jones, had other plans. As soon as the lights flashed, Tyler slammed on the gas and took off, hitting speeds well over 100 miles per hour. Trooper Price tried to keep up, but this was just the beginning of Tyler's wild ride. Tyler decided to test the off-road capabilities of his newly stolen truck, darting off the main road and aiming for the great outdoors. He led Trooper Price through a massive soybean field, bouncing across the land like a man on a mission. But driving through a field wasn't exactly a great escape plan. The trail was easy to follow, and Tyler wasn't making things difficult for the trooper. He kept driving straight ahead, giving Price the perfect opportunity to stay on his tail. After swerving onto the wrong side of the road, Tyler sped through a gas station, where bystanders pointed the trooper in the right direction. With dust clouds billowing behind, the chase continued onto another dirt road. But Tyler's luck finally ran out when he crashed straight into the Arkansas River. Tyler attempted to swim away, while his two passengers, 41-year-old Dusty Gregory and 28-year-old Callie Paul, tried to flee on foot. Trooper Price didn't have to wait long. Backup arrived and all three were arrested. Tyler, Dusty, and Callie were charged with felony fleeing, possession of stolen property, and resisting arrest. The chase was over, and Tyler's big escape plan LaQuandra Borden could have walked away with just a fine after getting caught shoplifting at Walmart. Instead, she turned a minor offense into a 7-year prison sentence. It all started when police caught LaQuandra and her friend, Chastity Stokes, stuffing over $2,000 worth of merchandise into their cart. When officers stopped them outside, everything seemed calm, until LaQuandra asked to grab something from her car. Next thing you know, she was hitting the gas. A shot was fired and a high-speed chase was on.
Pushing the 96 northbound, center lane, going about 107 miles per hour. We're throwing stuff out the window.
On March 5th, the Lake Worth Regional Communications Center received a report from North Palm Beach Police regarding a black Hyundai sedan, license plate W89, involved in a felony assault and fleeing northbound on Interstate 95, State Route 9.
There's 349 units with me. Throwing a bunch of stuff out the window. He has a flat tire. One of the tires out. Trying to get a pit on him if he's not pulled over. Going 87 miles an hour now. I advised him. There's a 49 unit in front of me. Try to see if we can slow him down so I can pit him again. Driving his shoulder. It's about 80, 90 miles per hour. They're going to try to pit him. Miss him with the step sticks.
The suspect vehicle was traveling at dangerously high speeds, reaching 129 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. Officers also noted the car had a blown front left tire, but the driver continued fleeing, maintaining a speed of around 60 miles per hour despite the damage.
Try to pit him and run away.
As the chase reached Keating Street, I performed a controlled pit maneuver at 32 miles per hour to slow the vehicle. Shortly afterward, Officer McDonough executed a second pit maneuver on the vehicle's left rear side, successfully disabling the car and bringing the pursuit to a safe conclusion.
You're the best. It was just both of y'all right there.
On September 14th, 2022, a Georgia State trooper attempted to stop a Ford Taurus after observing the driver, later identified as Javon Raheem Richards, holding a phone directly in front of his face while driving. Such distracted driving not only jeopardized his safety, but also posed a serious risk to everyone on the road. When the trooper tried to pull him over for the violation, Richards made a dangerous choice, fleeing the scene and recklessly steering into oncoming traffic. As Richards sped toward an intersection in the wrong lane, he ran a red light and collided with an Infiniti SUV that was lawfully making a turn. The force of the crash propelled his vehicle into a median guardrail before it struck a third car. Emergency responders rushed Richards to a nearby hospital, but despite life-saving efforts, he was pronounced dead.
Y'all okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm about to get y'all checked out, man. No, we good. You're the passenger. This supposed to be all right. Just y'all too. You got your ID on you, man? Okay. I appreciate you, buddy, man. I'm gonna get the ambulance to come check y'all out. Make sure y'all okay? Yeah. You got Fred, you got him on up. Just 1 second. They over there now. We're gonna get them.
A search of his vehicle revealed a loaded Glock 45 handgun, $1,500 in cash, marijuana, and unlabeled pills, raising further concerns about his activities prior to the fatal incident. On December 17, 2021, officers patrolling Hiram Sudi Road near Old Sudi Road clocked a blue Dodge Charger with white racing stripes traveling 84 miles per hour. The vehicle posed a serious risk, prompting officers to activate lights and sirens to initiate a pursuit. The Charger accelerated, weaving into oncoming traffic in a no-passing zone and dangerously overtaking another vehicle near the McClung intersection, endangering nearby drivers, including school buses during rush hour.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
The chase reached its climax near 2804 Hiram Sudi Road when the Charger slammed into the rear of a school bus and skidded down an embankment. Officers approached with caution and found the suspect, Isaiah Raphael Frank, motionless. He then admitted he had a gun and that his 5-year-old daughter, Jada Frank, was inside the vehicle. A tense standoff followed. Officers directed the bus driver to move students to safety while backup arrived.
Where's the passenger at? Have her climb forward. This is loaded with kids. Get over here to the front of this car.
With coordinated effort, officers safely extracted the child and ordered Frank to surrender. He was taken into custody without further resistance. A Glock 27 handgun was recovered from the vehicle floor. 2 students on the bus reported minor headaches. Frank was transported to Paulding County Jail and charged with fleeing, reckless driving, and firearm possession during a crime. Police action prevented further harm and ensured the child's safety.
Let me see your leg restraint. All right. We are going to go get the bedpan, and I'll let a nurse come in and assist you. They need to bring in the bedpan for you to utilize. All right. No, that's the garbage can. I call it a bedpan. We're not using a garbage can, sir. Okay, that is what I'm saying. Let me see you on the bed. Stop. Stop! Stop! 383, sir. 383, sir. Get me unit to the hospital. Stop! Get off! Get on the bed now! Get on the bed now!
393 Sheriff requesting additional units.
Get on the bed now!
On the bed. I'm on the bed. I just need to use the washroom. Get on the bed now.
Lay on the bed!
You're gonna make me lose more of my shit. You're gonna fuck me too, huh, Popo? Popo fuck me too.
On August 3rd, 2024, in Bridgeton Township, Michigan, a routine police response to a domestic disturbance quickly spiraled out of control. Around 8:30 p.m., 28-year-old Courtney Morey bit an officer while resisting arrest and was placed in the front seat of a patrol car. Tensions escalated rapidly from there.
I'm not leaving my stuff. Not leaving my stuff.
Put the bag on the ground.
I'm not leaving my stuff.
I didn't say
make me leave my stuff.
I'm not gonna make you leave it.
What are you fucking me do?
Courtney,
You're better than you, bitch.
don't
Get away
put
from
it
me.
down.
Stop the make over here. Fine.
Put your bag on the ground.
You ain't making me leave my stuff.
Put your bag on the ground.
Why? So I can leave it. You're gonna make me lose my shit. Make me lose more of my stuff.
Put your bag on the ground.
You're gonna make me lose more of my shit. You're gonna fuck me too, huh, Popo? Popo fuck me too. Bitch,
Put it on the ground.
You're fucking me.
Put it on the ground.
So I can leave it. You're gonna break my nose? Break my bitch. For what? You and me?
Put it on
You're gonna make me
the
lose more
ground.
of my shit. This is my shit.
Put it on the ground.
My shit.
Put it on the freaking ground.
Hey. Yes, you can. You fucking.
That pick up off 996 Catherine Ave.
In a shocking turn of events, Maury managed to slip out of her handcuffs, jump into the driver's seat, and steal the patrol car. She sped off through winding back roads, reaching dangerous speeds and taking sharp turns with reckless abandon as officers pursued her. The chase ended when Maury lost control and crashed the vehicle into a nearby swamp, leaving the patrol car partially submerged in water. Officers arrived quickly, and a tow truck was dispatched to retrieve the vehicle. Maury was taken back into custody, this time facing much more serious charges. She now faces multiple felonies, including assaulting a police officer, vehicle theft, and destruction of government property. Her bond has been set at $20,000 cash, and she is prohibited from leaving the state without court approval. This incident raises serious questions about protocol. Who decided to seat a combative suspect in the front of a patrol car? What would you have done differently?
That vehicle, something on that.
On May 9th, 2023, in Arkansas, a routine traffic stop turned into a dangerous high-speed chase when 50-year-old Timmy Lynn Davis refused to pull over on Interstate 555. Driving a black GMC Yukon with improper registration, Davis hit the gas and began weaving through traffic, expertly evading police by slamming his brakes and outmaneuvering TVI attempts with precision.
When we started down Deck Street, someone was dead end. He's on bail out on foot.
Despite Davis's evasive